Come on.
How should I start?
Come on. Pulling a CJ here.
As in not knowing what you're going to say?
Yeah.
I do know what I'm going to say.
Well, then just say it.
So go.
Just go. Just go then.
I will.
We'll just go.
I'm gone. And then go.
I'm gone.
Go then.
I am.
Go.
I'm gone.
Go then.
I am.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Cook, Eat, Repeat. I'm your host, Chef Nathan Lippy. Thanksgiving was upon us. It was yesterday.
It was
yesterday. Twas is Christmas,
before,
which is technically
after
next.
Yeah.
Twas the day after Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
We're all through the Blackstone kitchen.
Not
Cranberries are still around. I don't know.
And the scrapers
That was
are
rough.
scraping.
Can we just
Ring the bell and let's just go ahead
need to-
and
okay.
get our
Let's-
wits about us.
let's go back to the beginning? Okay, so today I want to show you guys something really fun. I still have Thanksgiving on the mind, so I'm thinking savory, fall, wonderful, beautiful flavor. So in this video, I want to show you guys a really fun pork dish with cranberries. This cranberry sauce is unbelievable.
Bro.
Unbelievable. This is the same cranberry sauce I make for my turkey.
But
It
with
goes fantastic on pork.
it left
Pork.
turkey and went to the pork. Salted pork.
Pork. Salted
Salted
pork.
pork.
They've salted pork.
Salted pork.
What's that? That's a pint.
It's a pint. It comes in pints.
It comes in pints.
I'm getting one.
I'm getting one.
Let me show you guys how to make this beautiful pork fall Thanksgiving inspired dish because it's delish.
With cranberry sauce.
Let's do this. All right, let's get right into it. The first thing I'm gonna do is take a small little sauce pot, throw that down onto the griddle at medium-high heat, probably high heat. We wanna get some really great caramelization on our red onions. Now, this is pretty key. I've said this before, CJ, I don't like to cook with red onions.
And
Unless there are a few, like if I'm making a bacon jam or a cranberry sauce,
perhaps.
So today, even though I've said it in the past, this is one of the exceptions. I want to slice these red onions really super thin because we want them to caramelize evenly. That's where it comes into play.
That's where the
caramelization. The strategery. So we're going to caramelize those in just a bit of olive oil. This is going to take about 10 to 15 minutes, so take your time. You really want them to be gorgeous and sweet. Now let's talk about our Brussels sprouts, which are Brussels sprouts,
Plurals?
CJ Fraser?
Plurals, right from the start?
Plurals.
Plurals.
The plurals. Brussels sprouts, we're going to cut those in half nice and evenly. We'll get to those in just a second, but first we're going to talk about what we're cooking them in, which is pancetta fat, my favorite. Render out that pancetta fat. Oh, give a quick peek on your onions every once in a while. Make sure they're not overcooking. Now we're gonna go real nice and slow on our pancetta. We wanna render out all of that fat because that's gonna give us all of that crazy delicious flavor on our Brussels sprouts. Now when your onions start to break down a little bit, you'll actually notice the sugar starting to caramelize. They're gonna change color just a bit. We don't wanna go full dark, just kind of like slightly caramelized. Now once our pancetta is finished and nice and crispy, slide it over to the cooler side of your griddle. What we want is the fat. Let's talk about cranberry sauce.
Okay.
Cranberry sauce? I want to add some fresh cranberries right to the onions with a little bit of brown sugar, a touch of water, and some balsamic vinegar. Now all these things are going to come together with the oils and the rosemary, and they really bond and make an unbelievable sweet, savory combo that it's crazy. Now as it starts to cook and boil, the juice and the liquid from inside the cranberries is going to start to release. It's going to thicken up our sauce. It's kind of that natural occurring pectin. I'm sure you were about to say that.
That was literally what I was just about to say.
The pectin is actually going to thicken up our cranberry sauce and give it that beautiful, rich, velvety, silky texture. Now grab some of that leftover pancetta fat, bring it back over to the hot side of our griddle, and then all of those beautiful sliced Brussels sprouts are going to go right down into the fat. Let's hit it with just a bit of salt and pepper. Let those caramelize up a little bit, not too much, maybe 4 minutes or so, and we should be good to go. Let's talk about pork chops. Today I've got some really thick, beautiful pork chops. These are boneless. I'm gonna hit them with a bit of olive oil, salt and pepper on both sides. Now don't forget to show some love, especially when you have a really thick cut. You know, be fairly generous with your seasoning because it's not really going to penetrate all the way to the center. So we want to be fairly generous with it to get all that beautiful flavor. Don't forget that fat side. Make sure a lot of seasoning gets onto the fat side of the pork. Now give our Brussels sprouts a nice little toss. Once our cranberry sauce gets nice and thick, we're going to pull it off of the heat, and let's use that super high heat side where the cranberries were to sear those stunning pork chops. You like pork chops, CJ?
Love them, dude.
Dude, so good. The trick here is to have a really nice high heat to get that sear. Now, the last little thing I want to add to my Brussels sprouts is a bit of green and red apple. I want to dice these up a little bit smaller than the Brussels sprouts, but I'm going to leave the skins on, slice them, and then dice them. I'm going to slice and dice.
Slice and dice.
Slice and dice. It's not just a clever phrase.
What? What, really?
No.
No.
The sweetness and the tartness from the apples are really going to elevate the savory flavor of our pork and our Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are about 75% of the way done at this point. They take just a little bit longer to cook than the apple. I mean, we don't want to overcook the apples. So now at the end, we're going to add our dried cranberries and our apples. We don't want them to get too mushy, which is why we're waiting. We want that texture to stay. We want the sweetness and the tartness, but we also want the texture. Now let's give our pork a flip. We've got that gorgeous Maillard. That crust is stunning and beautiful. Give those a flip. Let's cook them a bit on the other side. Now, one of the last things I want to add to my cranberry sauce is just a bit of orange zest. We're gonna add some juice as well, but let's talk about zest for a second. That is just the outside that has all of the oils. Now, the flavor on the inside, the juice, is really sweet, but the zest is where all of that wonderful, beautiful, Christmassy, Thanksgiving-y, fall-y,
Fall-y? Christmassy?
flavory,
E-E.
delicious.
E.
Basically, it's gonna brighten up our cranberry sauce and give us a touch of sweetness to kind of fight a little bit of the acidity from the balsamic vinegar and the cranberries. You ever eaten a raw cranberry just by itself?
I gotta tell you, they're not good.
Try it and then never do it again.
Never.
Mm-mm. Now, once our apples are crisped just a little bit, our Brussels sprouts are almost finished, we're gonna grab the pancetta, bring that back in, toss everything together, and give our pork chops one last flip. I'm gonna put these on the side. You know that little steak trick I like to do, CJ?
Oh, yeah.
Where we get that fat side. We wanna crisp up the fat side. So maybe another 2 or 3 minutes, and we're done so, good buddy. We're ready to crush this delicious dish. The delicious dishes.
They're delicious dishes.
These little pork chops are absolutely fantastic.
Nothing little
and
about them,
wonderful.
though.
Give them a flip on the other side as well. We want to kind of get that beautiful caramelization on all sides of the pork. Now let's grab our Brussels sprouts. They are finished. I'm going to serve this kind of family style. Feel free to serve this as like a single portion, but I just feel like it's an epic family. I still have Thanksgiving on the mind. I want to serve things family style. So I'm going to throw my pork chops on top of my beautiful vegetables. This crazy delicious cranberry sauce. It's kind of got sweet, savory. It's got a little bit of acidity to it. It's got some sweetness. It has all of those flavors that your palate really want. Throw a garnish over the top, and this, my friend, it's nuts. It's beautiful. It still looks like Thanksgiving, doesn't it?
Dude, it's stunning.
It's
Seriously
so
beautiful
good.
colors,
and
amazing flavor.
That sauce is versatile. Like,
Yeah.
save that one, click that in the brain bank for later because it is really, really good on all kinds of stuff. Now, if you cook your pork really high heat in the beginning, we get that good sear. We get a crazy juicy end result, and that's what we want. You don't want to overcook your pork, so definitely take your time doing the quick, fast sear, get all sides, get that beautiful caramelization on that fat side, especially that crispy pork fat. Unbelievable. This is a fun one. We can keep those Thanksgiving vibes going into Christmas because it's fall.
Good vibrations. I'm picking up good vibrations. You giving me excitations. Good vibrations. Okay, that's. Oh, what?
What'd you do?
Oh, you broke it.
Got you good.
Got me good.
Thank you guys for hanging out.
You got him good.
You really got him good. Yeah, he lost him good. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. That is a really fun recipe. Put that in the repertoire if you want to impress your friends or your family. It's really simple, but very, very elegant. Be sure to check out CJ's first cooking show, Betty's show, Todd's show. They're all fun, but this is Cook, Eat, Repeat. I'm your host, Chef Nathan Lippy, where I like to help you become a better cook, one recipe at a time. CJ Frazier.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers,
Happy
my friend.
Post-Thanksgiving.
Can we say Happy Christmas yet?
Why not?
Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas. How about Merry Christmas? So that's what happens when you say Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas, everyone.
Later.